So you guys already know the deal. You already know who I am. It's VD, whatever. We're on Madden 16. But never mind that, because today we got a story. I know you guys love stories. So we got a story. Whatever's going on in the background, don't even worry about it. Unless you really want to worry about it, then worry about it. I'm just going to do some badge sets in the background, and I might open them. Just depends on how long this story takes. So I'm going to do warehouse sets, possibly open up the badges today. I don't know. It just depends on how long this story takes. Not too sure. But this is very, very recent story. And when I mean recent story, I mean like this month. And when I mean this month, I mean like in the past couple weeks. Yeah. So it's hilarious. It's a really good story. And it involves Pokemon Go. And I know Pokemon Go is, yeah, people like it for some reason. But anyways. So me, my neighbor, and one of my high school friends have been absolutely in love with Pokemon Go. Right? Okay, so like we're going like after work. We all get off work. We're going to Pokemon Go. Like we're going and getting some like go get Pokemon, not Pokemon Go, like go Pokemon. Yeah. So anyways, so we're collecting Pokemon like left and right. We got this amazing spot. We have two spots really. We have a spot to hatch eggs and to farm Pokestops, and we have a spot to just farm Pokestops with lure. It's basically like the one that we'll go to if we're trying to like work out and like run and bike. Then there's this perfect spot that's exactly a half a mile or not exactly like in between a quarter of a mile and a half a mile away. So we'll just run, we'll like run / jog or whatever and ride our bikes like back and forth between these two stops perfectly. It's a bike path, and it's just on either side of the path is a Pokestop. So we'll be able to do that, farm the stops, and collect Pokemon on the way back and forth, whatever's important there. And we're getting footsteps for our eggs. Yeah. And the other spot is like in this natural park. And there's a gym and two Pokestops right on top of each other. So what we'll do is one person will put up a lure on one spot, one person will put it up on the other, and we'll have like 3, 4, 5 people, and we'll just take turns putting up lures, and we'll sit there for a couple hours because we all get tons of lures from like leveling up and shit. And I bought like 8 of them or something. You guys can call me nerd all you want, but I'm buying it. I buy packs. I'm buying lures. So those are the spots really. You got the sitting spot, and then you got the running spot. Usually, like when it's hot, we'll sit, and then whenever it starts to get cooler, we'll go run and / ride our bikes. But anyways, on this particular day, I was with my neighbor, and my neighbor is a professional weightlifter, and he's also like a technician, like myself. So this is a big bitch, right? This guy's big. We call him Bear. That's how big this guy is. Anyways, so he's my neighbor. And Bear just got off of volleyball, and so did his friend. His friend is also big, but his friend is fat. His friend is very fat. His friend is Bill. Bill, I know, what a Bill. So his name is Bill and Bob. Bill and Bob, right? So Bob is my neighbor, and Bill is my neighbor's friend. And I was with Bob. Earlier in the day, and we were Pokemon hunting and such, and then he had to go to volleyball, so we had to hurry up and get back, and he was going to volleyball, because that's what Olympic weightlifters do apparently. They play volleyball with Bill. So, I have to work the next day, right? So, I wake up and I gotta work mornings. Somehow, Bob convinces me to go out with him after volleyball ends at like 12, and stay out, do like 2 hours of lures, and then I'll go home, go to sleep for a couple hours, and go to work. I don't know how, but he managed to convince me to do this with him. And I couldn't be any happier looking back that he did that, because fucking hilarious. So anyways, so he finally gets back about 12 after he's done with volleyball. He calls back to the car. You know, I grab my portable charger, I grab my phone, I grab my iPad, I grab everything, because I'm like, we're going to go over there, and we're going to collect some goddamn Pokemons. And bug spray. Gotta bring bug spray. I should show you guys like pictures on Twitter of how bad I have bug bites just from sitting out and like riding bikes all night and shit. Because I am covered in bug bites from Pokemon Go. Like seriously, I'm probably gonna get malaria. But anyways, I say but anyways a lot. So finally he comes, and we're going to this Pokestop. And along the way, well, we're going to the place to sit. I told you guys there was a spot where you could sit with a gym. Pokestops, whatever. It's like in this like national park. It's a big road to go down. It's a big windy road forever away. You got to go down like this horrible like one-way road, like all the way down underneath like this huge bridge. They go sit and milk these stops. Like it's not a fun place to go to, and it's really hot and humid down there because there's trees everywhere. But so we're on our way there. Along the way, we see a nice little Shell gas station. You guys don't, come on, Shell. So we go there, and Bill Bill's hungry, and Bill's a big son bitch. So what does big son bitch Bill get? None other than turkey jerky, man. So he gets like this really spicy turkey, right? This turkey jerky, spicy jerky. So he gets this spicy ass jerky, and I don't like jerky, so I'm not eating that. You know, so him and Bob are just destroying this jerky, but mostly Bill. Bill's enjoying the jerky a lot. And we finally make it there at about like 12:30 probably. We're finally there. And we're milking out this Pokestop, you know, like we got a bunch of good shit. That was like probably the best night we've ever had at that spot because we threw up 2 lures. We were there for like an hour, so we used 4 lures in total. Just sat there and collected Pokemon from 2 Pokestops with lures on them. It was like it's the smartest thing. So we got a crazy amount of Pokemon. I think we got like a Jinx, a Dragonite, Pikachu. We got so much shit. It was definitely a very, very good stop. And we must have been there, it was like closer to 2 by the time we started to leave. So we're like, you know what? It's time to go. So we pack everything up and we're leaving. And then on the way out, there's actually like a gym in like the on that 1-lane road to get to the park. There's a gym there. And I'm Team Mystic, by the way. We're all Team Mystic. Okay, now you guys can talk shit all you want, but Team Mystic is a fucking yeah. So anyways, so we're on our way back, and there's this Instinct gym, right? And I'm like, ooh, yeah, we can't let that be an Instinct gym. So we decided to pull over, and Bill is a very low level, you know. I can't remember what level we were. Me and Bob's always been like a little bit of a higher level than me. I can't remember what I think I was a level 12 then, and he was like level 15. No, I think he was level 13. I think we were closer then. I think he was 13 and I was 12, or he was 13 and I was 11, something like that. And I believe Bill just hit 6 that day. I believe he hit 6 or 7, so he picked Team Mystic. So he was gonna, you know, he was finally gonna put on the gloves, duke it out with Team Instinct, and take over this gym. He's gonna be able to do it for the first time. So we pull over, and it's dark as shit because it's a 1-lane road in the middle of like this national park. So there's no lights or anything. There's no lights, and it is dark as fuck, dude. Like you turn off, like we were messing around on the way back and turn off the headlights for a little bit. You can't see anything. It's that, like, it is ridiculously dark. So we pull over and we're going to grab this Pokestop, and Bill asked how long it's going to take over this gym. Why, you may ask? Bill's got to take a shit. But not to worry though, because we are like in the middle of like this like trails, and you know, you guys know there are outhouses and trails. I mean, come on, everyone knows that. So we decide that we're going to wait for Bill to do the bathroom. So I've been there before. So I tell Bill the bathroom is to the right over there by that flagpole. You know, you could kind of see the flagpole because of the headlights. It's probably like, I don't know, like a little over 100 feet away. I point to him the about direction of where this place is. So he goes, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So he hops out and he, you know, walks off into the darkness where we can't see him anymore. And after like a couple seconds, I was like, hey, maybe he should pull the car around and put the headlights there so he could see where he's going. So Bob's like, okay, and he complies. That's what he does, and he does that. He backs up a little bit and angles the car so the headlights are shining towards the bathroom, and lo and behold, Bill isn't there. Okay, now keep in mind, this was about 100-some feet away, so after a couple seconds, there was no way he was going to be able to make it to the bathroom unless he fucking full-out sprinted like Usain Bolt down this goddamn path to get to the bathroom. But I don't think he was going to make it that far. So, Bill's missing, man. Bill's missing. Like, there's no way, there's literally no way he made it to the bathroom. But he was fucking gone. And Bill's a big guy. Bill's a big son bitch. And he's missing. So I'm like, dude, where's Bill? And Bob doesn't give a shit. He's sitting there playing Pokemon Go. And you know what? I joined him. I was playing Pokemon Go. So there we were, sitting in the darkness, Bill missing, just playing Pokemon Go. And after like 4 or 5 minutes, I was like, hey, yeah, there's no way Bill made it to the bathroom in that amount of time. And we still haven't seen or heard from Bill. So we should give Bill a call, I guess. And Bob was like, yeah, we probably should give Bill a call. So that's what we do, right? Bob pulls up his phone, and he decides to call Bill. And Bill answers, and he sounds very distressed. He goes, hello? And we're like, Bill, where are you, man? Did you find the bathroom? This is what he says. We say, Bill, did you find the bathroom? He goes, sort of. I'm going to have to call you back. And he hangs up right away. And I hear that. And I'm thinking like, so where the fuck is Bill? Yeah, I'm low key a little bit worried for Bill. I don't know where the shit he is. So then after about like another 5-10 minutes, somewhere in between 5 and 10 minutes, we see him walk. We see him walk out of the woods on the opposite side of the bathroom, shirtless. This big bitch just walked out of the woods without a shirt on from the opposite side of the bathroom, and I start to chuckle. I'm like, Bill, what happened to your shirt, man? And then I see brown on his hand, and I'm like, where the fuck? Like, Bill, where the fuck's your shirt, man? You fall in mud? And he asks if we have any like hand sanitizer or if we have any towels, and I'm like, Bill, where the fuck's your shirt, dude? Well, turns out Bill couldn't find the bathroom, so he just decided to take a shit right there in the woods. He found a nice spot, plooped down his pants, and he pooped. And Bill didn't have any toilet paper, and Bill wasn't gonna wipe his ass with no leaves, so he used his shirt. Bill used his goddamn shirt off his back to wipe his ass. So apparently, while he was stooping, his shirt was a little too long, and the splatter got on the back of his shirt, and his shirt was covered in the poo. So he was forced to remove his clothing from his back, and he was just pooping away in the middle of the woods, stooping after volleyball. Man, he must have been exhausted. He was sitting there stooping after volleyball, and Bill's a big bitch. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you that. Bill probably weighs like well over 200 pounds, probably close to 300 pounds, and he's stooping, taking a shit, dude. I'm surprised he didn't fall back into it. So he asks Bill, what the fuck happened, man? I had to wipe with my shirt. And I'm like, Bill, why the fuck did you wipe with your shirt, dog? The bathroom's right over there. He said, I couldn't find it. So Bill took this shit. Bill took his shit in the woods, right? Shit in the woods, shit in his shirt. Now he's shirtless. But it gets better. So Bill has shit all over his hands now. So we now have to go back to the original park where we were sitting because there's actually like plumbing there. So we go. We drive there, and I'm not helping out Bill, right? I'm not going to help Bill. So Bill gets out of the car, and there's like a water fountain there. So he's trying to like wash one of his hands with the water fountain, but he's got to hold the button to keep the water going. So he's trying to like wash his hands, and it's not going to work. So he's got to go to the bathroom. He's going to the bathroom, and the bathroom has a motion sensor on it. Like the light is motion censored. So the light turns on, and we see like we see Bill like walk past, and he doesn't go to the sink. We see him go to the toilet and sit down and start taking another shit. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So Bill shit in the woods for like 10 minutes just to go back to the bathroom and go shit again in the real bathroom, on the toilet at least. But this bathroom is on a light sensor, remember, like I said. So this is probably like my favorite part of the story. So he's sitting there, and we could see his phone lighting up because actually what I should say. So he's sitting there, and after about 10 minutes, the auto light turns off because it didn't sense him moving anymore. So the light fucking turns off. So he's sitting there shitting in the darkness. And keep in mind, this is a pretty common place. Like a lot of like kids will come back there because like they know that there's 2 Pokestops, and it's like there's like a train station there, kind of like there's train tracks there. So there's like so there are like people sitting like in front of the train tracks, like because there's benches there. So Bill's in the bathroom while like these kids are standing there, and Bill is sitting in the toilet, and we could see him through the window because the lights turned off and his phone was lighting on. So we could see him like flailing his fucking arms on the toilet trying to get the light turned back on. Dude was fucking hilarious. So he's sitting there on the toilet flailing his arms and shit, and we could see his phone screen moving around because it's dark in there. So he's trying to turn this fucking motion light back on, and it's not working. So I rolled down the window and I'm like listening, right? And I decided to go out, and I'm gonna go help Bill. I'm gonna go get this light to turn back on by walking in there and just walking out. So I start to walk out, right? And Bill knows that there are these kids sitting on there, and this is where stuff goes downhill. So there are these kids sitting there like on these things, and Bill's sitting there shitting in the darkness, and I kid you not, this is Bill starts screaming for these kids to come into the bathroom to help him. I kid you not. Bill is in there taking a shit, and he's screaming for these kids to come into the bathroom. A grown man. Bill's a grown goddamn man, and he's telling these kids to come. I'm like, Bill, no! Bill, no! You can't do that, Bill! You cannot call kids into the bathroom. You are a grown man, Bill! So Bill's trying to call these kids into the bathroom. And I'm like, Bill, you can't do that, Bill! So Bill finishes his shit, and we go to leave. So Bill shit in the woods, then had shit in the dark, and then called these kids into the bathroom. God yeah, Bill's a mess. So long story short, Bill had a horrible night. We didn't get home until like 2 in the morning. And I had to work the next day, like 3 in the morning actually. It was like 2:30, and I had to work the next morning. And you guys know, we used to always say, does a bear shit in the woods? Now we say, does a Bill shit in the woods? Because yes, Bill does shit in the woods. So that's the story, man. I want to let you guys know that if you go into the woods and you have to go to the bathroom, do me a favor, don't wipe with your shirt. For fuck's sakes. Wipe with your underwear or wipe with your sock. Do not use your shirt. And remember, if your shirt is long, lift up your shirt so you don't fucking poop on it. For fuck's sakes, Bill. Anyways, that's all I really have to say. If you guys liked the video, definitely give it a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. It's going to be down in the description below. Don't forget to enter the Xbox One giveaway. I don't remember who I'm giving away, like Anthony Barr, other people, bunch of other people, whatever. The link's going to be in the description below to enter the giveaway. But as always, guys,